2. Talk to the microphone.
Check.
Keep going.
Hello.
Perfect. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, Daily Taker with you here. Sean Brace riding solo for now. A lot going on, of course, in the Philadelphia sports world. Phillies over the Braves last night to get the party started in that 3-game series. NBA playoffs rolling on. Thank you, Indiana Pacers. I just can't hang with those Knicks fans. And we have been discussing that now for the past week or so. But a really good game last night. And we'll continue to fire on all things NBA playoffs. We've got some other odds and ends that we will hit, and especially over to the PGA Tour, because we were talking a little bit about Ben Griffin from last week at the Charles Schwab Challenge and what he was saying, and some of that clip there. I played that clip, which was just tremendous audio where he just let it all fly and was honest and really talked highly about his parents and his coming up and why he was able to win that tournament last week. Really good stuff there. If you missed it, you can get everything over on our website at foxphlgambler.com. All right, but joining us in studio is special guest, folks. As we're on the PGA Tour, you've been hearing me talk about the Wear SPF. We were live at the Truist Championship where that sun was beating down on us at the Philadelphia Cricket Club. And I know it was beating down on Justin Thomas as well. He's having a heck of a year. Of course, he won at the RBC Heritage, did well up there at the Philadelphia Cricket Club, and we're pulling him for him, especially with everything that's happening right now behind the scenes here at the Gambler, teaming up with the folks over at Wear SPF. And joining us right now to talk a little bit more about Wear SPF, Christian Van Zyl, who handles a little bit of marketing, promotions, all the above for Wear SPF. Christian, great to have you. How we doing today, man?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, so let's dive into the product first. Justin Thomas. Everybody knows about JT. JT is one of the best golfers, carried the baton. Of course, as I just said, winning, Ryder Cup, Olympics, it goes on and on. We all love Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas is as genuine as it gets from afar.
Yeah.
And of course, he's a sports guy too as well. Alabama, all that.
Absolutely.
Suntan lotion, though. Wear SPF, that comes out of nowhere to a point. It makes sense because of the sun being out on the course all day, every day. But how did Justin Thomas get involved with creating Wear SPF?
Yes, back in 2019, Justin was diagnosed with a form of melanoma on the back of his calf, and it was quite sudden, and they had to do a little bit of emergency surgery to remove it. And his doctor actually said if you waited a little bit longer or they didn't catch it sooner, then it could have been kind of a career-ending injury.
Wow.
So Justin had a huge eye-opening experience and realized his entire life that not a single person ever growing up throughout his youth athlete career never told him about the sun and the effects it could have later on in his life, which it ultimately did. So Justin founded Wear SPF back in 2021 to create a mission statement and overall prevention to all athletes, but specifically youth athletes, to prevent what happened to him happen to them 10, 15 years down the line, because they're just not educated about it. You know, I was a youth athlete myself. I'm sure you were. And
yeah.
I didn't hear a single thing about it. I would go run out in the sun all day long.
I'll stop you there. You know what? I wanted the sun, like suntan lotion. No. I want to be dark. You know,
I wanted to get golden brown and tan.
And you know, the other thing too, I remember thinking about the dumb things we used to say. Well, you got to be burned to get that tan. Yeah, to get that tan.
Exactly. Exactly. While you're sitting there peeling your skin off and not thinking 10 years from now,
so dumb,
peeling your skin off is going to have a great effect on you.
Yeah.
So, Justin founded it, and it was his mission. Is very important to him and dear to his heart because he had a personal, tragedy from it. And I think that's the best way to portray the brand from someone that experienced it personally. He's not just an ambassador. He's not just a partner advertising it. He's the actual founder of the brand.
Yeah, and I used the product, as I said, up at Truist. It's in my golf bag right now. I have the stick and I have the chapstick right now in my pocket, believe it or not. Yeah, of course. I know you're here and I'm pulling it out. You might think, oh yeah, that's right. No. I've been having this in my pocket now because of course it is the summertime and I'm trying to do a little bit more on the outside. So it's great to have. I mean, it's just, you have to be cautious with the sun. You have to. It starts and ends there. WearSPF.com. Where can we get the product?
Yeah, so like what you said, wearspf.com. You can find us on Amazon. Just type in Wear SPF. And you can find us in stores, Dick's Sporting Goods, Home Depot, now in a bunch of Barnes & Noble college campuses. So if you're a student right now, go to your college campus and find Wear SPF. And follow us at WearSPF_ on Instagram and all the social channels like that. But if if you want it now today, I would say go right to Amazon or wearspf.com.
All right. And then a portion of the proceeds goes to the Justin Thomas Foundation?
Yes, sir. A portion of all of our sales across every single channel of sales that we have goes back to the Justin Thomas Foundation to support the First Tee of Louisville, the Louisville Veterans Association, just a whole roster of different foundations that they support as well.
Yeah, he's about as genuine as it gets, and I keep coming back to that word, but it's the reality of the situation. And I know that anybody and everybody that talks PGA, watches PGA, Justin Thomas is a very likable guy, an easy guy to pull for. Sometimes some of these guys get across the finish line, and you're like, my guy, I wish he would have won. If Justin Thomas is lifting a trophy, nobody's complaining. Nobody, not one person. Maybe a losing bet or two people will be upset about, but that's understood. All right, so we were talking a little bit behind the scenes, and our guy Mike Powers, who has a great relationship, partnership, friendship, in fact, with Todd Frazier, Yankee legend, Cincinnati Red, of course, Little League World Series legend. And he talked about how he scanned the can. Now, this is news to me, but I thought that this was a really cool story. He scanned the can, and the grade came up excellent. Can you go into a detail on what that means?
Yeah, so there's a variety of different apps out there for certain products, all skincare products, different washes. It's mainly for parents to look at the ingredients and understand that it's safe for their kids, safe for their skin. So like you said, Todd Frazier scanned our product on there. I believe there's, I think, every single sunscreen comes up on there, from Neutrogena to Coppertone to all of them. And our sunscreen graded the healthiest, most effective, highest grade, I guess a perfect score in their terms. And that's never been done before, apparently. So it's fantastic to hear that our product is, as amazing as we make it to be.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And those are the things that will separate you from all the other brands that are out there. It is, crowded. I would imagine crowded, aisle as far as suntan lotion, especially when it comes to this time of year, this season here specifically, of course, as you get down south and so on and so forth. Some of us are going to the Virgin Islands, it's where it's needed year round, understood. Speaking of the Virgin Islands, we were also talking about this, where it's reef safe. Can you talk a little bit more about that in detail?
Yeah, so we have a mineral sunscreen, and all mineral sunscreens are reef safe. There's no chemicals whatsoever in mineral sunscreens, but we do have an essential sunscreen, which is a hybrid, as well as our spray, which is chemical. So like I was saying before, there are 5 main chemicals in all chemical sunscreen, 3 of those which are bad for you. We just took those 3 out. They're unnecessary to the level of protection you get and what it's providing for your skin. So that allows us to be completely reef safe, marine safe, environmentally friendly, extremely safe for your own skin as well. And that's something that we always strive to be, because I'm not sure if you know this, but there's a lot of sunscreen laws in Europe. So essentially most of the sunscreen that you buy in America today are all banned in Europe, and including Hawaii now. They've picked up on that trend as well, that it's just only mineral sunscreen. There's no chemical sunscreen. It's all due to the reef and the environmental effects that some chemical sunscreens have on the reefs and the fish life, things like that. So we always want to offer a universal product that you can take anywhere you want, extremely healthy for yourself and the environment, because I don't see any point in damaging yourself or the environment at all. And so that is our main mission. We craft every product to be extremely healthy.
Well, what I would bring it back to me, and I often do that here, being selfish on my show, I will tell you this: using the product, number one, no smell to it, which is kind of important to me. Like, right? So sometimes you get this suntan lotion, and next thing you know, you smell like a big coconut. Some people like it. That's great, whatever. But when I'm on the golf course, I kind of think like that attracts bugs, so on and so forth. So none of that. Like, it was very clean and clear and just on it, and it felt like it tacked to me. And specifically because I know the JT is an athlete out on the course all day. That's kind of where this caters to. This product caters to athletes that are out there performing on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've heard from a lot of athletes, like you said, they don't want to smell. It's not supposed to be a perfume or a cologne, something like that. You're wearing it to help protect yourself. You're not wearing it to smell better, essentially. And all of our products are also very oil and grease free. So because it's made by golfers for golfers, you don't want to grip your club and have a loose grip and have all this oil on your fingers.
That too.
So all of our products, including our lotion, which you would get on your hands, leaves a tackier feeling, a little grip to your fingers after, so it's not slippery at all. So it's very, very, very athlete friendly as well.
I'm on the website right now, wearspf.com. You guys are offering the Wear SPF the Tea Time bundle, where you get a sleeve of Pro V1.
Yes, sir.
That's
Wear
pretty cool.
SPF branded Pro V1s.
That's JT's brand too, as well.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's about as top notch as it gets right there. Yeah, great stuff. Core essentials, everything you need. But as Christian said, go ahead and get it at Amazon. Get it in your golf bag today. I know, like, it's so disappointing and frustrating, especially at this age, where I go on a golf trip and like my buddy's like, "Yeah, I didn't bring any sunscreen." Like, what? Like, what are you, 12?
Mhm.
No, dude, we got to protect ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm bald. I don't know if you can tell us I'm wearing a hat. You know, I'm bald, so it's more important to me than anybody out there. Got to have the Wear SPF in the golf bag. You got the stick, as I said, with the chapstick as well. Go ahead and check out everything they have to offer at Wear SPF, and make sure you check out what they're over on socials as well. You got a promo code free ship, where you can get free shipping on all Wear SPF products. It's limited time only. All the details, once again, at wearspf.com. All right, Christian, you come down here. Now, we got to mix it up a little bit. We're talking a little sports earlier as well. And you are a New York baseball fan.
I am. I'm a New York sports fan in general.
Okay.
Giants, Yankees.
Knicks?
Knicks, yes. I'm between Knicks and Nets.
Okay.
Growing up in Connecticut, everyone was torn between there was a lot of Celtics fans.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Boston, so I would never want to say I was a Celtics fan. So I
Sure.
would say I was a Nets fan. Then growing up, you know, the Nets had some excitement with KD and Blake Griffin and all that, but it ultimately didn't pan out. So then it's kind of like, hey, who's doing better?
Yeah.
Knicks. I don't take basketball, NBA basketball super seriously. I'm a big UConn basketball fan.
Oof, that's a good one.
But
Yeah, speaking of UConn, you
Knicks.
got a good assistant head coach coming up there, Mike Nardi from Villanova. Great coach that is joining Danny Hurley's team up there. So that's going to be a great.
Very happy Danny Hurley stayed. Yeah. Also,
oh yeah, he's rumored out there Lakers job. It seems like anytime there's going to be an opening, his name is going to be front and center.
Yeah,
it's understood how great he is. All right, let's talk about the Yankees.
Yes, sir.
Wow, Rodon. I saw Judge, the numbers that he's putting up this year right now, what he's on pace to do. It's like just hand him the AL MVP. It's got to be a lot of fun to be a Yankee fan, just from the simple fact that you get to cheer on Aaron Judge.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think Yankees fans are taking it in. I think they're taking it for granted a little bit. That I think when he's gone, we're going to feel it pretty hard, and it's going to be a sad day when he's gone.
Is he coming to Philadelphia? That's the question.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, he's a Yankee for life. You know that. Well, he was almost gone. That's right. Thinking back on that. Wow, that took a little bit.
To the Giants.
It's unbelievable. He had a late night tweet came out. He was, a matter of fact, going to San Francisco, which would have been ridiculous for them to not even come on. Let's go.
I couldn't imagine him being not a Yankee.
Yeah, you're the Yankees. You know, you spend the top dollar to keep guys like that in pinstripes.
Exactly.
So that's understood. All right, and then over to the PGA Tour again, talking all things Wear SPF. Justin Thomas, we got a big one with Jack's Place, the Memorial going down. Scotty playing. He's your big-time favorite on DraftKings right now, plus 280. Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, and then JT, 18-1. But the beautiful thing is, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, but when JT is in the field, he has a legit chance to win it, and there he is, top 4 as far as favorites are concerned. The PGA Tour, I know you play golf. How you watch often, every weekend?
Not every weekend, but I do. The big tournaments, and then I'll be traveling there for work. Went to the Wyndham Championship last year. Travelers next month in a couple weeks.
Very cool.
Now, so I'm very excited for that.
Pulling for him, pulling for Team JT. Of course, he's got some tournaments before the U.S. Open, which is coming up here soon. I think the 16th, I want to say the U.S. Open is. So that's right around the corner here. I know we're only still in May, but bottom line is JT has his eyes on those majors. And but it's great to see him back out there this weekend with that field of Memorial. We'll be pulling for him. Christian, one more time for the people, though. Wear SPF, so important. If there's anything that you want to get off your chest right now to tell the people a little bit more about the brand, the product, please, floor is yours.
Yeah, go to wearspf.com. Wear your SPF. Go get checked. You know, if you got a couple markings or blemishes that you don't know where they came from, go get checked. You never know what could be resting on your skin. And make sure to wear your SPF. Wear your aloe in case you get sunburned too. That's very important. And just wear it every day. It also helps with anti-aging and hydration of your skin as well. So helps retain water, help you have a better performance overall for longer.
See, I didn't know that.
I would say why I don't know why you wouldn't wear SPF every day. It helps you perform better every day in your everyday tasks.
Yeah.
It protects your skin. You know, even if it's cloudy like a day like today,
Yep.
UV I'm sure is still probably up a little bit.
Yep.
And the sun will be affecting you no matter what.
That's funny you say that. I had no idea, as far as keeping hydration in, that's one too. I did have a spot there. I got checked that out. On my spot on my nose for the people that are watching on video. That's a sight. You want that one a little bit on slow motion. But nothing was there, so that was a good thing. Went to the dermatologist. But I don't mess around with it as a baldy. Wear SPF. My wife is really heavily on my daughter. Just had a brand new baby boy, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. But when he's back out, when he's out in the course, when he's out in the backyard, he'll be rocking some Wear SPF. Once again, wearspf.com. Give our best to Team JT. Hopefully he does well out there at the Memorial. Christian, thank you for stopping by the Gambler, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Let's catch up and let's get out on the course next time you're in Philadelphia. We got some great golf courses here.
Yeah, so I hear.
Maybe JT can make this call for us too as well for the cricket club. That was an unbelievable course. Wow, what a great weekend that was at the Truist. Great stuff. Christian, awesome to have you once again. WearSPF.com. Portion of the sales goes to the Justin Thomas Foundation. And make sure you use that code free ship as well. All right. Gambler rolls on here. It's the Daily Ticket. We got a lot more to get into. Sam Ostry is going to join me from The Score. We'll talk a little bit more about last night's Pacers and Knicks game. Of course, hit the fast forward button, talk a little bit more about Oklahoma City and whether or not the Pacers can give the Oklahoma City Thunder a run for their money. What do you say about that, Christian? Are we handing the trophy right now to Oklahoma City?
We are tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't even play the finals?
I think Ant has to put up a minimum of 40.
Yeah, I don't think
And Randall has to come back.
I'm not too worried about tonight. I just want June 5th and beyond to be something that we all tune into and get entertained. I think the Pacers can run with them.
I think the Pacers can.
All right.
Depends how the fouling goes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out what Sam Ostry says from The Score on the other side. Christian, thank you for stopping by. WearSPF.com. Don't go anywhere. More Daily Ticket. Back into this.
Awesome.
You the man.
Sorry, I kept like
Great
moving
job.
things while you were
No,
speaking.